All right? So that is it. All right, big package time here on Big D Energy. Detroit Lions, you want to do it? Bye-week edition?
Yeah, we can do the bye-week package. All right, first question of the bye-week package. How much more do you need from Hutch this year?
I need a little more. Just in terms of getting home. I know I'm a Michigan hater when I say that, even though he doesn't play for Michigan anymore. He plays for the Detroit Lions. I just need him to not go a month without a sack. Because that's what it's going to be. When he puts his hand in the dirt or the turf at SoFi when they play the Chargers, it'll be more than a month since he's got a sack, Lindsay. And look, I said it too. Yes, Nick Bosa's been a little less than.
Oh, a lot less.
A lot less than.
Yes.
Oh my, Lindsay, how can you say that? No, I mean I need more. I do.
Yeah,
I need more.
Yeah, and that's when you have established yourself as a dominant pass rusher, then what is your job? Your job is to get home, buddy. And regardless to what is going on, I'm being double teamed. No, you got to get home. You got to make a difference. He's been a difference maker all season long. So now you got to get back to, getting to that quarterback. You got to put your feathers back and rush like you've been doing. And I know we get to a point in the season where everybody gets used to a certain thing, and we've been double teamed. It doesn't matter. And I think he's great. The great ones figure it out. I think he will.
No question. Yeah, I think it's fair though to say, and I believe that he can do it. I've seen him do it before,
and I guarantee you, he's telling himself that.
And Lindsay, that's it. That's exactly where I'm coming from. You know who knows this more than anybody?
Yes,
Aiden Hutchinson.
Knows this more than anybody.
He's telling himself. He's probably beating himself up dude, I got to do a better job.
I got to do more. Yeah,
I got to get there.
No question. Adalris says, Neil, irritating AF. Well, so are people that think the world's flat, Adalris. I don't know what to tell you. All right, second down.
Second down, next question of the bye-week nickel package. Who gets more carries when Montgomery comes back, him or Gibbs?
I think that's a game flow thing. I know that's not very hot takey, and we can't make a clip out of it and get 75,000 views of it for me to say, I think it's up to game flow. But I do, Lindsay. I do think it's up to game flow.
No, good point.
Because if the Lions are up, and you're looking to close down the club and go on one of those 8-minute drives a la at Tampa at the end of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, then Monty's your guy. 4 yards per, churning it up, not being denied, not being stopped. And then on the flip side of that coin, if you're trying to maybe come back in a game or you're looking to maybe stretch something, then maybe Jahmyr Gibbs is your flavor. You want to pop something, maybe he's the flavor. It's game dependent. We live in this world, Lindsay, of linearness, and everybody wants absolutes. And here's the thing with sports that still to this day we don't grasp as fans. Every game's in a vacuum.
Yes.
Every drive is in a vacuum. Every possession in the NBA is in a vacuum, man. Now there's forces, there's momentum and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a long-winded way of me saying, Lindsay, it's game flow dependent. Sorry.
It's definitely game flow, but I think the last game has definitely put a different thought pattern in the coaches' minds about Gibbs. I think they realized that, man, this dude, he can run between the tackles, he can bounce it, he can break tackles. I think they'll, push comes to shove, I think they'll give him the benefit of the doubt now and give him a couple of more touches that he probably wouldn't have gotten, games before now. But I think he's proven what I've been saying all along, that he is that dude. And he's going to be one of those guys.
Yeah, Chuck Brewer, Neil, fantasy sports have killed the game for a lot of fans. And Chuck, I'm in lockstep. I know we see different, in terms of Michigan, but I've been banging that drum for a long time. The fantasyization of sports has really disconnected a lot of us from reality of what goes on. All right, third down.
Third question of the bye-week nickel package. Will Donovan Peoples-Jones end up being the number 2 receiver on this team?
No. Not close, not a chance. Because you when it all comes down to it, and Jared Goff has to close his eyes and throw one, who's he throwing it to? His guy, Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, he's good.
And Amon-Ra, Amon-Ra obviously is going to be the number 1. But when everything's on the line, he's cool with Josh Reynolds.
Yeah. And I think, Donovan Peoples was a great pickup for him. But I think he's real versatile. He's a really good return guy. And he's he can be a home run hitter. And Donovan is a strong, real put together
receiver.
He's a pro. Yeah. Funny, I've been knowing him since he was in elementary.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel old seeing him as a grown dude now.
Well, you are old, Lindsey.
No, I'm not.
I know.
It's all relative. Anyway. But I love the addition of him. I think he adds another dimension to him. And I don't think he'll be a number 2 receiver, but I definitely think he'll help.
Yeah, and again, he is a body. And contrary to what Brandon Katzbot said, Marvin Jones Jr. leaving necessitated getting another body. Now, it made me sad from the front of the TK85. Yeah. I had high hopes for TK85, but even I would say, even I would say, as a TK85 fan, you give me Donovan Peoples-Jones or TK85.
I'm taking Donovan Peoples-Jones.
I'm taking Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Yes.
But I take TK85 on the practice squad.
That's fair. That is fair. All right, next question of the bye week nickel package. How worried are you with the outside cornerback depth on this team?
I'm no more worried than anybody else is in the NFL.
I'm very worried.
And everybody else in the NFL is okay. However you want to phrase it, I'm very worried. There's 32 locker rooms in the NFL that feel the same way. 32 locker rooms don't have Will Harris as their backup corner. Some of them do though. Well, and there are teams that are in contention for playoff spots that have that same scenario. Look, I present to you the Atlanta Falcons, right?
Yeah.
You know their cornerback. You know who's lurking in their cornerback room.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
and you know what kind of balances that off. What nullifies that is that's why we're sitting here. We were talking about Hutch being more effective. When your defensive line can put pressure on that quarterback and not give him as much time, then you don't worry about your secondary as much. You understand? So the more the defensive line starts to get back to playing the way they were playing, then you'll have less concerns about.
It's funny you bring that up, Spenny, Lindsey, because that is the one thing. You can't cover up for an ineffective defensive front.
No.
The secondary is the one thing that you can kind of hide from time to time.
Yes.
You cannot hide a defensive front.
No, because your secondary will look great. If the quarterback's only getting 3 seconds
to
get that ball out, oh man, the secondary's playing really, really good. No, they're not.
Yeah, absolutely. People were talking about Cam Sutton. Just real quick, I know we're kind of pressed for time. PFF, Cam Sutton is not a friend of PFF, apparently. No. They got him rated as kind of mid. PFF's so this is the time where we hate PFF, right?
PFF's a joke.
Okay.
The only thing I like with PFF is their pressure stats.
Yeah.
The rest of it is like pass block win rate, like shit like that. It's just nerds making up shit.
I like when they have Penei Sewell at the top of the league. That's what I like.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Next question, final question of the bye week nickel package. Can this team get the number 1 seed in the NFC?
I don't think so, man, because Philadelphia is just a machine. And it's kind of comical to me because I was looking up, and we'll have something about this in the NFL nickel package coming up. The amount of the media people that are picking the Cowboys to go in there and win that game. More later, Lindsey, save it for the next time. The answer to this question is I don't think so because I think Philadelphia is just a machine.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I think the Lions will be 1. I think the Eagles will be 2, and I think the Niners will be 3.
I think the Lions can be 2. I'm with you on that.
Because if you look at the Lions schedule and you look at the Eagles schedule coming up,
Eagles got Murderers Row.
The Eagles have a tough schedule coming up, and the Lions have a really favorable schedule. And I remember talking about this when the season first started. When I said 13 games, everybody looked at me and said, "What? You're crazy, Lindsey."
Yeah, that's true.
I said 13 games.
You did.
It looks like the Lions are gonna win 13 games.
It does.